Hi everyone, welcome to Story Time with Junior and Friends. I have been out searching for snails all day and I cannot find one. It figures when you really want it, you can't find it. I actually have a video of some snails that I was hoping to share with you, but I don't think it's going to happen. So I think we have some technical difficulties. Sorry. And if you're on, please say hi so I know who's here because I love seeing everyone. Today's book is called The Scoop on Animal Snot, Spit, and Slime. We won't be reading it all, just a few of my favorites. And we'll be talking about one of these very cool demonstrations I did where we, earlier today, we learned all about how special snail slime is. It's not just like our snot. It actually has some really cool properties to it, and we made stuff that's very similar. So it acts like a liquid, but then if you treat it a certain way, it acts like a solid. It's really cool. So we'll do that after our story time. It just needs to get mixed up. So before we start, we're going to do an animal highlight. Unfortunately, Junior didn't want to come out tonight. So we are going to talk about one of my favorite animals in the entire world. I should have worn my Hagfish shirt, but it is the hagfish. Now, the hagfish is a very, very primitive meaning very old, if you will, type of fish that has a very cool slime. This isn't a very good portrait of it, but that's actually a hagfish. And it has this very special slime. It's like kind of like the way Spider-Man has its web inside of its hand. The hagfish kind of is the same way. They have these little capsules full of thread, kind of like spider thread. And when they get scared by a predator, they release these threads. And the threads, when they hit water, expand into this crazy gooey mess that is meant to clog the gills of any type of fish that are trying to eat it. And the slime, I don't know if you can see that, but it looks like there's little spider webs. That's actually hagfish slime. So really cool. Hi, Willow. So really cool slime. And now researchers are using the slime to use things like making clothes and helping protect submarines and some really neat things. So slime is really, really fun and can be very helpful to humans too. Let's see. Hi, Sky. Good seeing you again. Hi, Emma. I miss you guys so much. Well, thank you guys for joining. Today, we are going to learn all about slime and snot. I love it. Okay. Mucus helps all animals by moving important gases and chemicals in and out of their bodies. This is called diffusion. So some frogs use slime to help them help protect themselves. And some frogs have chemicals in their skin that keep mosquitoes away. So it's almost like a bug spray, a natural bug spray. And then there's eye boogers. Whether you call them eye boogers, sleepy seeds, or eye crust, the crunchy grit in the corners of your eyes when you first wake up is normal. Eye crust is made of hardened mucus oil and dead cells. Gross. No tears here. Sea lions, seals, and walruses have extra mucus on their eyes that protect them underwater. When the mucus dries around the outsides of their eyes, it makes them look like they have been crying. So they're not sad. It's just mucus. So you got a salamander, we got a frog. Breathing slime. Although they do it in different ways, all animals need to move oxygen into their bodies to help their cells make energy. So all animals have to breathe, right? Animals also need to move carbon dioxide out of their bodies. Mucus helps this happen. Small lungs. Compared to other vertebrate animals, most amphibians have very small lungs. They need more oxygen than these lungs can handle. And the skin mucus helps them breathe. Named after slime. Instead of small lungs, slimy salamanders have no lungs. They use a thick layer of sticky mucus to help their skin stay moist and to get enough oxygen. In as breathing organisms. Mucus makes oxygen and carbon dioxide move across their skin faster. So you can see the salamander and the worm, they all need to breathe, and that's how they breathe. When whales surface, they exhale a mix of gases, water, and mucus through their blowholes. Some marine biologists use drones to collect spouts. So they got whale snot. Sticky mucus. Many animals use sticky mucus to help them find food and survive in the wild. Leech suckers release acidic mucus that help them cling to animals they feed on. Mucus in their saliva also helps dilute the blood that they feed on. This is kind of a bigger book than For Sky and Willow. Sorry, guys. Happy hunting. How do you catch food if you're a carnivore without paws or fangs? Frogs, toads, and chameleons use a gland in their mouths to make the glue-like mucus that coats their tongues. Salamanders have very sticky tongues. The tree frogs use a combination of sticky mucus and flat toe tips to climb trees. All tadpoles aboard. Unlike other frogs, poison dart frogs release their eggs in trees instead of water. The tadpoles still need water though, so father frog carries the tadpoles to nearby water on their backs. Sometimes females help move the tadpoles too. Sticky mucus prevents the tadpoles from falling off. So slime kind of acts like almost like a backpack too. I love dart frogs too. Traveling mucus. For most animals, moving quickly from one place to another can help them find good food and homes, or even escape predators. Moving fast takes a lot of energy, but slime helps. Snails and slugs use their strong muscular foot to travel over rough ground and up and down trees and other surfaces. This mucus helps them move in two ways. First, it's a glue-like stickiness that helps them hang onto surfaces they are traveling on, even if they are upside down. Second, when their foot muscles push against the mucus becomes more like liquid, helping them glide. That's what this slime is going to do today. So you'll see that when we're very gentle with the mucus, it acts like a liquid, but if we try to be tough to the mucus and grab it and be really fast with it, it acts like a solid. Soil slime. Slime helps earthworms move through soil and burrows. Just one backyard can have thousands of earthworms in it. Whoops. That's a lot of mucus. We can see the snail and the earthworms. Slimy speed. Fast-swimming fish, such as barracudas, use a mucus slime layer on their scales to help them move through the water with less drag. Even though it takes energy for their bodies to make the mucus, they end up saving energy because it's less work on the slimy scales. Well, you know what? Since Willow requested frogs, let's see if we can find a highlight on frogs. Let's see. They don't say it. So we'll just have to go through it and see if we find it. Talking slime. Many animals use chemicals called pheromones to send and receive information. Slime helps diffuse these pheromones over their bodies so the information can be shared. Could you imagine if we sneezed on someone and that is how we said hello? That would be pretty crazy. Many fish release alarm mucus when their skin is cut. Predators use alarm mucus to find injured prey, which may be easier to catch. Snailed trails. Many land snails follow the mucus trails of other snails. Some snails use these trails to find prey or even mates. Other snails snack on the debris left in mucus trails. When snails follow new snail trails, they do not need to use as much mucus when they move, which helps them save energy. Some earthworms use mucus to mark their burrow trails. They release alarm mucus when predators are close. Biologists have seen predators such as salamanders spit out earthworms when the alarm mucus is released. So a lot of them use their mucus as protection. Okay, I think that's going to be it today, unless someone else has a recommendation on what other kind of mucus they want. There is venom, talking. How about cooling slime? Animals need to stay clean for many reasons. Dirty fur, feathers, scales, and skin can make animals very sick. The chemicals in saliva that kill bacteria and fungi work like special soaps to protect animals. Clean feet. Jackrabbits lick their feet and use them to clean places their tongues can't reach. Kind of like the way the cat licks his hand and does his ear. Bat baths. Bats use their tongues for bathing also, to clean their ears and other places their tongues cannot reach. Bats lick their wings, thumbs, and clean with them. Some insects groom themselves with oily saliva that makes them waterproof. Geckos often use their saliva on their tongues to clean their eyes. You see the gecko licking its eyeballs? Whoa, sorry guys. Look at that one. Okay, I think that's enough spit for tonight. We did 20 pages. You guys want to play with some slime from today? I think that sounds like a great idea. I don't know how I'm going to clean this off of me. So if you look at it, oh, geckos are so great. So now you can see them lick their eyeballs. Okay, so this is basically a liquid. Let me see if I can get some in my hands. But if you're really, so it's liquidy, right? But if you try to be rough with it, let me see. But when you are rough with it, it acts like a solid. So liquid. I need to get a lot of it in order for it to act like a solid. Okay, so if you guys want to make this, it's 2 parts cornstarch to 1 part water. Do not put any of this in down your sink or in your toilet because it will clog it. Because as you will see, it's very gooey, but then it's like a solid. Let me see if I can put some on the ground and see how you guys feel. Okay. Now stop. I'm going to just tilt you guys down a little bit, okay? Bear with me. So you see it on there, and then when you touch it, look, it acts like a solid. So this is a really cool mixture. So this is kind of like what slime is. So slime has polymers. I know we're getting kind of fancy here, which are basically all these molecules linked together. And this is really special because unlike slime, it acts more, it's kind of confusing. The slime doesn't really know what it wants to do, much like snail slime. So snail slime will be a liquid when it's moving, but as soon as that snail stops and say it's on the side of a building, it's putting pressure on that slime, and then the slime starts acting kind of like a salad. You see, and you see it's already, when you're really rough with it, it acts like a solid, and then it turns goopy again. So that's exactly the way that snail slime works. Also, what's really cool about snail slime is you'll see like that trail that's behind it. What snail slime actually is liquid crystals. So it's not completely liquid and it's not completely a solid. But what's really neat about it is that researchers are using it to learn how we can make sticky stuff that's also flexible. Most glue is kind of stiff, but as you see, like this stuff, look at that. Isn't that so neat? Again, if you make this, do not put it down your toilet or so we're going to make it into a solid and then we're going to let it disperse like a liquid. Does anybody have any questions about slime or frogs or any of that kind of stuff? If not, then we might just have to say goodbye, or you guys can just keep watching me play with this really cool slime stuff. And then it's goop again. Well, thank you guys for joining me for another story time. I guess I'll see you guys Monday. Next week, we are discovering all about plants. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we will be doing activities to show how plants breathe, how they suck up water, how desert plants survive when there's no water around. We're going to be covering all those things. So hopefully I'll see you there at Nature Class, which is 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we have our story time at 8 p.m. So thank you guys for joining me. Until next time, this is Miss Mallory inviting you to step outside and adventure. Slime. Slime. Bye, Willow. Thanks for joining me. What a mess. I'm getting slime all over my computer.